right? Giving a few more people a chance to join while I get somewhat organized again, because I was running around today. All right, so some changes. Joe will teach on Wednesday at 9 o'clock pre-foreclosures. Next week, instead of me doing a Raleigh analysis, I'm going to get someone else to speak about wholesaling as well, to come in and talk more about wholesaling. Got a guest speaker come in and talk more details about wholesaling. I want to be on here. A few more minutes and we will be ready to go. All right, this is what I wanted. Copy link. All right, let her in. If I'm on the right call. All right, the chat box. Put that in there. Be done. All right, great deal. So let's get started. All right, so the only change is going to be from tonight, we're going to talk about something different. I got another plan in place to teach you tonight and to go over some things that I think is much needed, and I hope that you feel like it's much needed. We're going to talk about goal setting and the next quarter. This is April, and this is a good time to revisit goal setting. Pre-foreclosure is going to be changed to 9 o'clock on Wednesday. So the pre-foreclosure 9 o'clock on Wednesday, and next week, I will have a guest speaker on, a special guest coming on that I met at a networking event this weekend. And I think what he has to give the group is so much more. So I'm going to bring him on as well. Now let's talk about what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about goal setting. We're going to talk about goal setting, right? One thing about life is everybody wants something, but nobody want to plan for it. Everybody wants something, but nobody want to plan for it. So tonight, we're going to talk about goal settings. In order to understand where you're going, you got to have a plan in place. Here's my book, right? I wrote this book with a plan in place. I did not ever in my entire life think that I'll be writing a book. But at one point in my life, I'm like, you know what? I capture a lot of information from doing a lot of experimenting in the world. And here's where I'm at today, right? Here's where I'm at today. So beautiful thing, we're there. I don't know what's going on. I hope everybody got the right link. I hope that they got the right link, because there should be a whole lot more people on the call, but we're not going to let that hold us back. We're going to go forward. This is a little bit about Coach Joe, his experience. It probably need to be updated a little bit more on that. I didn't get his permission to update all this stuff yet, but I know that he has several years of experience, and he started out as a fix and flip man, and now he's a buy and hold guy. And most folks becoming buy and hold guy people now, and every investor networking event I go to, they're all looking to buy and hold more because they have abundance of money and they got liquid money and they want to hold on to the properties. So wholesaling is awesome because you get to give it to people that don't mind fixing and flipping and selling it, or fixing up and keeping it, which is burning it. So Coach Joe has specialized in that for a long time. Myself, Coach Williams, I got over 17 years of experience, I started very young, graduating straight from college, and I started out with the BRRRR method right off the bat. Now, people call it BRRRR with 4 R's now because they say repeat it over and over again. When I started, it was 3 R's. You know, you buy it, you rehab it, you rent it out, and you refinance it. And that's it. You keep it, but you don't repeat it over and over again. But that's the strategy. If it worked, why if it's not broke, don't fix it. And then I completed a few wholesale deals, some lease option deals, and some short-term rentals as well, where I had a house that was vacant for a little while. I started letting people just rent it for a short period of time and move out. And then also, now I do subject to deals, right? That's before I got to subject to deals. Just for those who don't know, I am a certified school teacher, coach, driver's ed teacher. I used to sports officials, all that stuff, right? And I just love learning and coaching and mentoring others, and I have a passion for it. So that's who I am, and that's where I do, right? That's who I am, and that's what I do. And I believe in the power of compound bad events. So bad things happen in my life. Instead of me focusing on the bad things that happen in my life, I believe in compounding on that, meaning put something good on it. Go back to school and get another degree. Go get another certification. Go get another qualification, right? And keep moving. So now I believe in just buying another house every time somebody pee me off, right? So what you need to do tonight, that's enough about myself and enough about Coach Joe. It's about you now. So if you really want to know about you, focus on what I'm going to put out here, because this should be powerful. I'm not going to do all these slides. I think I got 35. I'm at 5 right now. That's 30 more slides. I don't plan on doing every slide. I think that'd be too much information at one time, but I will give you the skin in the game to make sure that we're on a good track for the next 3 quarters. Again, January, February, March is over with. The first quarter in this year, 2023, is over. Where are you at today is the question. From April to December, where will you be then? So right now, I need to put you in a mindset of that. So pay attention, get your pen and paper, take notes so that you can have this for yourself and be able to reflect on it. Even if I share this PowerPoint with you, it would be great for you to have this handwritten where you understand this. So the first question I would ask any and everybody is, what is your why, right? I forgot the author name to talk about your why. The why is the most important thing you need to understand. Why do you want to be successful? Why do you want to be a millionaire? Why do you want 5 figures monthly? Why do you want a house on a hill with a white fence around it with a dog and a wife and a husband or what have you, right? Why do you want that? What is success, right? Understanding what is success. Is success having $1 million in a bank and living off 1% of it, 10% of it? Is that really success? Or is success reaching your goal, right? Is it success reaching your goal of being financially secure? Will $1 million make you financially secure? Will $2 million make you financially secure, right? So you got to find out why you're doing it and what is success, right? I'm not going to read the slides to you. I want you to understand I'm giving you a vision while you read the slides. This is for you to self-reflect. It's 2000. I should put 23 on here. I'm sorry. Everything else, I think I found the 23. It's 2023, right? You started this year off at one place. In 2022, December 31st, 2022, that was the last day of that year. Most people go and say, I wish on this night that I bring this in the next year, right? And they do all these New Year's resolutions and what I'm going to do. Whatever you did, and if you did not do it, it's not too late. We got a April to December 31st right now that we need to figure out what we're going to do and why, right? So that was that I want statements, your reason for investing in real estate. Why? Why are you doing it? I'll tell y'all my example, and it's probably going to be in here later on. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So my why was at the time, I was married to a young lady. She had her own kids and I had my son with her. And I wanted 5 houses, a house for all my kids, her kids and my kids. That's it. That's what I wanted. When for our life, I wanted to buy a house per kid. So if I die today tomorrow, they have a house dedicated them from me. That was my why. Right? That was one of the reasons I wanted to do it. That was a goal of mine. Just a goal, right? And I wanted to make sure they had somewhere to live, or they had something they can sell, or they had some kind of entity that if I buy when they were born, 15, 16 years down the road, I had enough money and equity built up in that investment that I can borrow against and buy them a car, or borrow against and give them a vacation when they graduate from high school. Or if I keep the house until they graduate from college, hey, again, I can do a lot of credit against that property and send my child on a vacation of their life. And then guess what? When that happens, I don't have to spend my money. The tenant is paying it back. And they still had an asset in the family. So my why was I wanted to create some kind of financial freedom for my family in the future to have something in case of my demise, in case of me leaving this earth, in case of my untimely death. Right? So that was my why, right? I don't know what your why is, but this is your time to think about it. So define your why, right? Define your why, and ultimately the difference between success and failure. If you don't meet it, what's going to happen, right? So that's one. Step 2, one thing that I promise you this, if you want to do something, you have to get committed. You have to get committed. Commitment does not mean saying I want something, I want it with all my heart. That does not mean commitment. That just means you desire, right? You got to be mentally committed. Mentally committed mean, I'm sorry, I'm doing double duties. Mentally committed mean at this moment, I'm going to give my time, and everything that within my time is going to be an effort working towards what I really want, my number one goal, right? So it's mind, body, and soul all aligned to that one goal of yours. And that's why it's so important to sit on a call with me, get on a 15-minute call with me so I can get you understanding what is your number one goal. What is your number one goal? And let me help you get clarity with that part, because that's the only thing I want to do on our coaching calls. I want to help you with clarity of your number one goal, and then I want to help you with a plan and a path to meet it. So you want to align all your time, your efforts, and everything you have towards that number one goal, right? My goal was, when I first started, I wanted 5 houses, or each one house per kid, when I was married to that young lady. And that's what I had to do. I had to get out there and find out, hey, how much time can I allocate to look for that property so that I can get that house and buy it and refinance it, get this house, build it up, refinance it, get this house, build it up, refinance it. And now I got all these houses for my kids. And honestly, I did that in 2 years, right? I could have did it all in 1 year. I got scared, but I did it in 2 years because I did a method that works. So 15 minutes, I already put the link inside the chat box. Click on the link, get on my calendar for 15 minutes so I can help you with clarity on your number one goal, and make sure it's a SMART goal, right? Let's work on that. So you got to commit your time, your efforts, your work ethics, and your mind and your body, your soul, and your resources to that goal, right? And then you got to write it out. I blank hereby commit to blank, right? Fill it out. That's your time to go ahead and commit yourself to your number one goal. Number 3, listen, Darren Hardy, Jim Rum, Brian Tracy, all these are guys I listen to on a daily basis, right? I wake up every morning, listen to Brian, Darren Hardy. I listen to Jim Rum before I go to sleep because he's got a calming voice. I listen to Brian Tracy sporadically. I listen to Dr. Wayne Dyer. They all say the same thing. If what you're buying today is not going to be worth more 5 years from now, why are you buying it? Whatever you're buying today, if it's not worth nothing 5 years from now, why are you buying it? It's not worth it, right? It's not worth it, right? So a 5-year vision means, hey, I'm planning today 5 years out. When I buy something today, I'm thinking 5 years out, right? So when you take that in mind, you can visualize how you can be buying stuff, worth stuff. So 5 years later, you're looking back saying, I thank God, or I thank whomever you believe in, your deity, right? Whoever I have my trust in, for giving me the vision and the insight to do that then. So a 5 year out, think about your plans 5 years out. So right now, I want you to visualize 5 years out. What do it look like? What do it look like, right? What do it look like? Now, some people look at 20 years out, right? That's too far for some people, right? 10 years out, that may be okay. A decade, maybe. 5 years is more realistic, because I hope you think you'll be around 5 years from now, right? So that's what we want to start with, 5 years out, right? So identify where you want to be at 5 years out. That's bottom line. Think as big as possible, and truly identify what your ideal life would look like 5 years now. Don't look to 2025. When I did this, I need to update my PowerPoint. All right. So think about that. All right. And for those, I should update this one too. All right, guys, I just tried to update that 2023. Let me let somebody in. All right. So again, I'm Terrence Williams. I'm trying to help y'all out. Sorry. Wednesday, but let me take a break real quick. Wednesday, we'll do the pre-foreclosure class. Wednesday, 9 o'clock, same link. Use the same link. We're getting a pre-foreclosure class. Unfortunately, Coach Joe had something come up tonight. He could not make it. He had something already planned. He double planned. So unfortunately, he couldn't come. But let's keep driving forward, because this is the second quarter of 2023. And I want you to start thinking out now. What would December 31st, 2023, you had accomplished this year? December 31st, 2023, what will you have accomplished? If you haven't did that in January, well, then guess what? One quarter already passed you by. Fine. So what? Let's move forward with the future. The future, right? So right now, 2023, write down your income. What's your total gross income? How much money you got coming in right now? As of April 17, 2023, this is how much money I got coming in right now. Write it down on your paper, your notes. Next, your total passive income. How many of you got rental properties that's bringing money in? That's active/passive if you're a landlord. That's not really passive if you're a landlord. If you got a property manager, it's passive. It's passive. You're not doing them saying yes or no. You're being a boss. You're being a supervisor. You're being a manager of a business. You're saying yes or no to the property manager. So yes, that's passive. If you got rental property and you are the landlord, that me personally, I would put that as total income and not say I got passive income, because it's not really passive. You're still working every day. They call you, you're on the clock. So I wouldn't call that passive. Now, if you have investment stocks, if you're loaning the bank money, if you're loaning private people money to work on their fix and flips, you're doing nothing besides writing a check and wiring it or sending a wire, then you are a passive investor. If you got stocks, you are passive. Write down your money. Average work week, how many hours you're working right now? In 2023, write it down. How many hours you working a day? How many a week? Put your slash in between it, right? Number of days you spend on vacation today. How many days do you spend on vacation now? Only a week? Only 2 weeks? Maybe 3 days only, right? Whatever you're doing right now, as in, hey, I already got my vacation plan. This vacation this year is going to be probably maybe 5 days at the most, maybe 10 days, and they'll be sporadic. Maybe it's 15 days, and they like, hey, 5 days here, 3 days there, 2 days there, 5 days here. I don't know. Write it down. How many days total? Real estate deals purchased this year in 2023. How many you plan on purchasing this year? This year, how many you plan on purchasing this year, right? And if you already got some purchased, go ahead and put it on there. And then whatever else you want to put for 2023. Whatever else you want to put for 2023, put in the others. Now, on your own time, because I'm going to keep on going with this PowerPoint. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here all night with this PowerPoint. I got 35 slides. I'm on number 9. I'm not going to hold you all night with this because it's a lot of information. I really want you to digest it. I can always come back to it later and finish it. But 2026, you can think about what your income should be. Actually, put 5 years on it, 2028. Go ahead and do the 5-year plan. Ignore my number. This is a PowerPoint. I can't correct it right now. So 2028, you're thinking 5 years out. What do you want your income to be 5 years from now? What do you want your passive income to be 5 years from now? Remember, you're not a landlord. You're going to have a property manager manage your properties. You're going to get passive money, mailbox money. How many hours you want to work 5 years from now? Do you want to work the same that you're working now, as many a day, as many a week? Or do you want to work less 5 years from now? How many days of vacation you want? Do you want to still stay at 3, 5, 10, 15? Or do you want to take a month of vacation? You want to take a whole month out of work? Not maybe at one time. Maybe you'll take a week this week, a week in the first quarter, a week in the second quarter, a week in the third quarter, and a week in the fourth quarter. That's 4 weeks. That's a month. How do I know that? Because I thought about it. All right. And how many deals do you want to purchase within 5 years? Again, I told y'all I had a plan. And I wanted to purchase so many houses and so many of that. You need to have a start date and an end date. Anything without an end date is a goal, is a wish or a dream. All right. When you put dates to it, you start setting goals. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. That's probably where I'm gonna stop it when I get there. So let's go a little deeper further. Let's go a little step deeper and further down into the surface. What sank the Titanic? It was not what's on the surface, right? It was what's beneath the surface that sank the Titanic. That sank the Titanic. So what I want to do is help you to get really intentional with what your ideal day look like. Identifying what's a perfect day look like, right? So what time do you wake up? This part of this book I read for this one. This is, I don't want to take, all the credit for all these questions, right? I think this is from the 4-hour work week, the 4-hour work week. I think I took it from that information. I can't think of his name right off the bat. But the 4-hour work week is what I think I took these questions from, I believe. It's been a while ago. I just redo this PowerPoint and redo it every year. And I try to keep on grind with it. So what time you wake up? Do you want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym when everybody else ain't in the gym? So that by the time they come to the gym, you at home drinking your coffee and doing your daily work, right? Do you want to wake up and go to work at 10 o'clock in the evening, at 10 o'clock in the morning, at 12 o'clock, right? This is my first time starting to work at 12, right? I got all my sleep in. I stayed up late at night and I got my sleep in. What? Who are you spending time with? Who are you spending time with? Are you spending time with your loved ones? Are you spending time with other investors? Are you spending time at church? Or are you spending time donating your time to people that need you, that want you, that desire you around for your assistance, your guidance, your aid, your help, right? Are you spending time at your kid's school, hanging out, being a parent that's the PTA leader or helping develop the next program, right? Are you spending time with your significant other on vacation, drinking coffee, sitting down on a beach with sand all around, right? I mean, I'm visualizing what I like to spend my time doing, right? So I don't know what you want to spend your time with or who you want to spend your time with, but I definitely want to wake up at like, hey, I want to wake up when I wake up. And I want to have everything on autopilot. And when I wake up, all I'm doing is clicking a button saying, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. That's what I want, right? All right, but I do want to wake up early in the morning, do my workout before people come back home, drink my coffee, write on my book, write another book, and then answer the phone and talk to people for like 2 hours and be done with my whole day, all right? That's what I would like to do, all right? And who I would like to do it with, I would like to do it with all the people that's a part of my family. The family is the people that spend money with me, the people that invest with us, the people that grow with us, and the people that want other people to be great. Why wait to be great, right? And then, hey, I'm gonna let you answer the rest of the question. I told you I ain't gonna read all the slides to you, but I want you to write down those things, right? We want you to visualize this stuff, and I want you to digest this stuff. All right, so step 4, set a 1-year goal. So first we go 5 years out. 5 years out is a big picture, right, for you, because 5 years are realistic. You can see 5 years out. Now let's bring it back and dial it back. Let's bring it back and dial it back, right? When I coach girls basketball, I say, hey, we want to win a championship, right? We want to win a championship game, all right? And then when I got there, I'm like, how do you win a championship without playing A, B, C, D, E, F, G teams, right? You got to play all these teams right here. So in order to win a championship, I got to come back and say, what do practice look like today? What do practice look like this season? What do I need to practice this season to win the championship this year, right? So that's what we got to keep dialing it back. So then you got to look at what game I need to do for this practice, for this game. So this is your 1 year of your 5-year plan. You're dialing back and saying, what do I need to do right now to win for 5 years out? So if you can do everything to get on point and on target now, and your time and your effort and your work and your mental and everything you're doing is going towards your 5-year plan now in 2023, 2028 probably come faster, right? So that's what I want you to do. So by the end of 2023, right? Let's say 2023, I'm sorry, I didn't update my PowerPoint on this slide right here. 2023, what will you have accomplished? By end of 2023. Now we already lost a quarter. We already lost 1 quarter. That quarter gone. We ain't gonna cry for spilled milk. We still got a whole bunch of milk in our jar, our glass, our cup, whatever you want to call it. We got milk left. We got time left. You got time left. What are we going to do with the rest of the time now? Right? That's what I'm asking you. So this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to stop once I finish with SMART because that's too much information. And one night I'm on slide 12 and I got 35 more slides. So we want to make SMART goals. SMART goals. Does your goal meet the 5 steps? Is this what I'm going to teach tonight? I'm going to be done with this one because this is the most important piece. And if you get this, you get it. And if you get great at it, you got it. Please, I'm begging you, don't take this for just real estate. Take this for everything you do in life from now. You want to make a SMART goal. You want to be specific on what you want the outcome to be. You want to be able to measure how close you're getting to achieving that goal. You want to make sure it's attainable. This is something you can do and you will do. Right? You want to make sure this is attainable. Hey, this is possible. Right? Then you want to make it relevant. That go with your why. Your why. You want to make it relevant because things that matters. Things that matters, right? And then you want to make it time bound. So you want a time stamp, date, sealed, and delivered on there, right? You want a time, date, stamp, sealed, and delivered on there. Smart, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So if somebody tell me they just want to buy a house, buy a rental house, all right, yeah, what? I mean, is that measurable? I just want to buy a rental house. All right. I just want to be a millionaire. What? No, you can't do that. You got to get it more specific, right? We want one that says, let's tweak it to get to the point. Buy a rental house for under $55,000 within the 71108 zip code in Shreveport, Louisiana, that produces 200 monthly cash flow by December 31st, 2023. If I say that specific, I want 55,000 in a certain zip code in a certain city, and I want how much money I'm making a month, cash flow, and then I'm telling you the time date. Is that measurable? Can I know if I can attend it? I can't. Do I know what meet the standard? Right? 200 cash flow monthly, right? If I make one to get $100 a month, I didn't meet the standard, but I can still buy it. I'm aiming for what I just wish and desire and want. But if I find one at 65,000 that cash flow $200, okay, I went over the standard with the fact that 5,000, but I still measurable. Is that attainable? Yes. Yes. Can I do that within the next few months? Yes, I can find that. Right? Is it relevant? Yes. I want to have houses per a child. If I say I want to have a house per child, it's relevant. It's important to me. It's a why. This is why I want it. And then time bound. Time bound means, hey, at the end of this year, I want to have another house and that with those criteria. Guys, that's the most important thing I can try and get y'all to understand. I want to win an award at work and I want to get the best award. What does it take to get the best award? Go read what it takes to get the best award and then start putting on your timeline, hey, by the end of this year, I want to achieve these things to reach this award. When I do evaluation with my soldiers, right? When I do evaluate my soldier, I sit down and I say, hey, this is the end state. Let's bring it down to quarters, right? I got to do counseling every 3 months. So let's talk about how you get into the end state. The needle start right here at 0. I want the needle to go around one time. I want to get back to 60, right? So I need that needle to be ticking. And you need to put your ticks on there. So you need to go 15, 30, 45, 60. You know you met your goal. You can't come to me and say that my evaluation sucked when you didn't do none of the stuff I said do. Here's the layout of what I need from you. Show me how you're moving the needle. Guys, you can do this in everything you do in life. You want your kids to make A's. Hey, how much hours and time you tell them to sit down and do their work? How are you keeping measurable time on that? What time you got them sit down? Why is it relevant? Why is relevant? Is it attainable? If your child an A student, I mean, if they're a B student, they may be a C student. I don't know. But is it attainable? Or are you asking something impossible? Right? So you always got to think about all this. This SMART works for everything. All right. So I don't want to really go into this as much, but the first quarter is already over with, right? This the first quarter. But when you get through making your SMART goals and you plan out, and I'm going to stop right here because it's at 9:30 and I'm going to open up for questions and answers again. On Wednesday at 9 o'clock, use the same link you used to get on this to do the pre-foreclosure. Joe had some come up here, double his book, and he had to take care of the second thing. The first thing that he had going to primary, because that's very, very, very important. He took care of that. And I'm covering now, and I thought that this would be a perfect time because the first quarter of this year is over with. This is the second quarter. This is the time. The time is now. The time is now. Invested now. 2021, we started in 2021. Time is now for you to start investing. The time is now for you to buy your first rental property. The quarter is over with. We are on the second quarter. So I'll slide it over to the second quarter. So by the end of July 1st, 2023, what will you have accomplished? Focus on it, right? Focus on lead generation. That's the one most important thing. I'm going to focus on lead generation. How many leads are coming in? How many people am I talking to about buying a house or selling a house? How many people am I asking, are you interested in partnering with me on deals? How many people I'm asking my kinfolks, my friends, my family, your inner circle. I got a whole nother presentation about being in the inner circle, like a target, and going out to your outer circles, going out to the outer circles, going out to the outer circles, looking at a target, right? Intentional. Start out with the people that you know, love, and trust you. Talk to them and tell them what you're doing, guys. That's the first step. Step one is tell the people that you know right now in your inner circle what you're doing. Don't look for them to bless off what you're doing. Don't make that mistake. I did that. That hurts. That's very hurtful to get somebody to do it. That's why I had to write this book, Why Wait to Be Great. That's why I wrote this book, because everybody said, why don't you wait till you retire? Why don't you wait till you grow up? Why don't you wait till you do this? What? God didn't put me on this earth just to work for somebody. I don't mind working and doing it for my family's sake and for the insurance sake and for getting paid to go to work, because that's what you do, get paid just to show up. But also, I don't want to wait to start making money for my generational wealth. I don't want to listen to people say that we here because somebody else put us here. We here because somebody else is holding us back. I don't believe in none of that, guys. I believe we here for life to happen for you, to grow and learn from it and to get better from it. So guys, we're in our second quarter. I'm not gonna go no further than this slide. Slide 14, somebody hold me down for slide 14. If I ever pick this presentation back up, tell me where to start at. We're gonna stop right there, because SMART is the most important thing you need to know. And this is your next deadline. That's your next benchmark. That's your next stopping point. July 1st, 2023. How far and how close you are to your number one goal. You know what your number one goal is. I don't know. You know what your number one goal is. I don't know, right? You need to start aiming and doing whatever it takes to get there. I have one goal for anybody in my circle. Anybody in my immediate circle, my family, my blood family, that's my bloodline. My family is people that invest with me, people that want to grow with me, and people that want to help others grow. That's my family members from this day forward. So if you're within our circle, get on that 15-minute coaching call so you can get in. You know, you can't see the link. Let me copy the link again. It's copy and paste, and it's going directly to you, right? The circle of wealth, the circle of love, the circle of friends, the circle of everybody. Guys, it's all about, let me make this for everybody else again, 15-minute call, right? The circle is all about, in your inner circle, you need to grow, and you need to help your community be better. That's my goal. I want to be the difference, the positive difference in anybody's life I encounter. And it all starts with making 5 figures monthly. If you can make 5 figures monthly, an extra 5 figures in addition to your job, an extra 5 figures monthly, and it's obtainable, it's measurable, it's relevant, and it's time-bound. It's specific. Through real estate investing and helping buyers, I have a lot of buyers. We have a lot of folks we partner with, and I'm still going to networking events, meeting people that want to buy properties and hold on to them. Their money is there. Their lines of credit is there. They have everything they need to buy the property. They need people to bring them to them. They work in their own job. They work in their own business. They're doing their own thing. They don't have time to go out there and shop the market. That's where we come in place at, right? We come in, sweeten the deal with a relationship with buyers, talking to buyers, making sure they still want to buy. Then we go out there and find deeply discounted properties, put in a contract for a great deal, and then we go and sell that property to them. We go wholesale a contract, not the property. We're not real estate investors. We are wholesaling the property. We're using a strategy. We're investors. We're not a wholesaler. We're a real estate investor using a wholesaler process to make money to buy our rental properties. That's the vision. That's the vision. That is the vision. Each person that's in its circle, go out there and make a smart goal to work your butt off with your time and your effort to find those deals. Let's get them in a contract. Let's link them up with the buyers. Everybody eat. You start making 5 figures monthly, and it start multiplying, and it get easier and better. And the most important thing I'm saying to you is you're putting a house on a contract at a deeply discount. When you learn how to order and put a house on a contract for a deeply discount, you're willing to buy that. I'm willing to buy it. Anybody willing to buy it because it makes sense. It makes sense. Is that easy all the time? No, it's not always easy. It takes some calling. It takes some time. It takes you getting out of your ego and losing your ego, not caring about what that person on that phone or that person that's emailing you back and what they're saying to you. because they're hurt, and hurt people hurt other people. If I'm going to lose my house to pre-foreclosures, if I'm going to lose my house because I got a tax lien, if I'm a landlord and my house has been destroyed because of a rough tenant, they're hurt people. And when you call and talk to them, they may sound angry. They may sound frustrated, but you're not calling to irritate them. You're calling to be a solution to them. You're calling to help people. Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? There's money into helping people. That's how you get paid. You find this. And if a real estate agent want to make money, you refer this to a real estate agent if it meet them, and you still get paid, because the real estate got to give you a marketing fee. They got to pay you to market for them, because you have to pay money to go find that people, use your time to go find a deal, and then you can give it to a real estate agent and they pay you a marketing fee if they close on a deal. It's a win, win, win. It's all about you creating smart goals to meet that standard. And we, myself, Coach Joe, Coach Caleb, Mackenzie, we all are here, and everybody else that grows in a community of investors are here to assist you through that process, aid you in that process, and work together, because we all going to eat as we move up this chain. 5 figures formula. That's the new model now, right? 5 figures formula. That's what I'm encouraging you to buy into that logic. I didn't tell nobody to quit your job. I didn't tell nobody, work your job. You need your insurance. You need your retirement plan. You need that paid vacation. You need to keep on working them days up. All the stuff they're giving you to come to the job and show up, whether you do any work or not, you need those things, and that's smart. You need that W-4. Maybe you want to buy a house in your personal name. Maybe you want to buy more houses. Credit is good, and having a job with a W-4 is even better. I know so many barbers, beautician, dentists, well, not barber, beautician, truck drivers have their own business, and they cannot buy a house in their name because they don't have a W-4. They got their own business, and they out there contracting and doing the stuff, and they don't want to give them to them. They got the money. But banks don't want to give it to them because they ain't got a W-4. You're not getting it like we getting it. So no, we don't want to bless you. We don't want to give you that. You got to figure out another way. And that's when I do lease options. That's when I get a house on a contract that's beautiful, pretty, turnkey, and I lease option it to those people. Step 2, I lease option it to those people that's a beauticians, hairstylists, barbers, truck drivers, got money, but don't have a W-4 job. So I know they got money, so I just get that good old down payment, lease option that house to them, and keep it moving. And they pay me every month for it with the option to buy until they get their credit right and all other stuff. And I help them do that because I set up a way that I can record that I'm paying them every month. They're paying me every month on time. And because we show that track record, they pay me every month on time, and it's showing on the systems, then guess what? Now they can go to the bank and say, hey, here's where I've been at this house for this amount of time. I got no missed payments, and boom, I should qualify for a loan now. We're coming up with solutions when people don't have them. We're coming up with solutions for people that's out there wanting more. I created the 5-figure formula for folks that want to get out of being underappreciated at work, right? If you want out because you're working hard as hell and everybody come nitpicking and sticking you and saying this and that, and I'm like, wait, I just did all this and this. You're talking about a dot, a period, a comma? You're bothering me about some simple stuff? Yeah, I should have caught that, but guess what? You called it a great job, right? So I'm talking to those people. I'm talking to people that love their job also, great at their job, but guess what? They want more for their family. They want to give to their cousins, their grandma. They want to retire their grandma, their mom, their dad. I'm speaking to you as well. It's some people that like to give. You want to make more to give. To give. You got people out there, got cancer out there, right? You may want to go out there and donate money to study his cancer. You may want to go out there and talk about some tumors and some autisms and some and domestic abuse, and you want to house women that's going through it, and men, because men getting beat up just as worse as women nowadays. You may want to house somebody that's in a domestic abuse. You may want to help out with kids that's going through things. Because we all are going through things, but it's so unfair when a kid goes through. Because they didn't ask for that. But they put in a situation like that, and you can fund a team out there that's helping with that. So we want to have SMART goals. And I hope that I said something tonight. I hope I said something tonight to get you to understand the importance of why you want to set goals, why real estate is a good way to do it, why you want to join this circle and become our inner circle, and we fan out to our outer circles, and we kept making a positive impact in the community, in your community, in the community, and in your community. Guys, it don't start with you. It don't start with me. It starts with you. It already started with me, right? It don't only start with me. It started with you being a positive impact in your communities. Stop looking at the world. It's too big. Look at your neighborhood. Look at your city. Look at your area. Start there with what you can do for it. Get in this group, understand the concept, rinse and repeat over and over again, and start building financial security so that your loved ones can benefit from the output you're giving. That output, and not just for a doggone season, but for many moons to come, for generational wealth. All right, I'm done preaching. Raise your hand if you got any questions. I hope this was what you needed to hear tonight. Joe was supposed to be coming on the pre-foreclosures. It made me step back, dial back, and get into this mode. I thought about teaching why real estate. I thought about teaching this. I said, hold on, it's April. It's a new quarter. I got to pay in taxes. I'm sure some of you all got to pay in taxes. I don't have to pay in taxes. I don't know. I ain't filed yet. I sent an ask for extension, right? But nonetheless, I did turn my stuff in today to say, hey, man, here go my paperwork. Pay file extension. What else you need from me, right? And I do owe them some 1099s. I owe them some 1099s as well. But I hope this motivated you to understand that it's your time. All right. I hope this motivated you. I hope this motivates you to say that from April to December 31st, 2023, you're going to set some goals right now to make those 5 figures monthly extra in addition to the job you're doing right now. And if you want, that 5 figures can be from $10,000 all the way up to 99,000, right? So that's you, 99,999, right? So 5 figures is what we're looking for. And we want everybody to be able to make 5 figures monthly. We want that for you, but do you want that for you? And if you're willing to do that and work towards it and listen and just be consistent, you're going to get great at what you do. And this ain't just real estate, guys. Stop looking at it just as real estate. It's everything you do. If you be consistent, you're going to get more clarity. And once you get more clarity, you can see the end state. How do I know this? Because I can see the end state. I've been going at this for a long time, over 17 years. It has been definitely a journey of up and downs, up and down, up and downs. But now I'm seeing so much clarity. The more I go to networking events, the more I pay coaches to coach and mentor me, the more I get people around me that's in a room of people that's either equivalent or smarter than me. Equivalent or smarter, not everybody that just, don't want to think. People that just lazy. Because even the people that don't have experience are still smarter than me. They just got experience in different areas than me. They got smartness in different areas of me. And that's why when I'm in a room with them, I listen to them, whether they're a mentee or a mentor, because they have different strengths. And the moment you think that a different strength is bad, then that's crazy, right? So I don't care what you at today. I don't care what business you in. You are an expert at it. And when I'm in a room with you, I'm trying to find out how your expert area can benefit all of us as a whole. Not me, us. And then once I find out that area, I'm trying to tweak it and make it better and stronger, just like I did in girls basketball. When I found out what player could do what, I need you to be the best at doing these rebounds. I need you to be the best at dribbling this ball. I need you to be the best at passing this ball. I need you to be the best at making a layup. I need you to be the best at shooting a free throw. I need you, all 5 of y'all on a court at one time, being the best at your job. Not my job, not her job, or her job. I need y'all to be the best at your job. Get the ball down the court. Whoever's supposed to do the layup, hey, you do that layup and you make it every time. If you get fouled, go to that free throw line, make the free throw. If she missed the free throw, you need to get the rebounds. I'm trying to create a team of people like that right now in real estate investing. You do what you're great at. If you like just being on the phone talking to people, okay, fine, just talk to people. If you like writing the contract, you write the contract. If you like talking to people with real big problems, you talk to those people with real big problems. If you like dealing with the buyers and bringing more investors in and talking to them, then you do that. But we all eat based off of all our efforts, and we all get great at what we do. That's what the vision is. I'm just putting it out there in America that that's the vision for the group of people that decide to bet on themselves, to invest into themselves, and get this mentorship that we have offered. I said I'm gonna stop preaching a long time ago. I'm sorry. I ain't see no hands go up. I see claps, but I don't see no hands. I appreciate it. Look, that's what I got for y'all tonight. It's 9:47. I actually feel like I've been preaching. I feel like I went back to coaching. I feel like I went back to coaching for real when I coached girl basketball. But nonetheless, guys, that's what we got for y'all. Sorry again, Wednesday, 9 o'clock, same time. We'll do pre-foreclosure. Coach Joe will be on. He will double book tonight. I apologize for that. Let me put the schedule up again. So Wednesday, that's when we'll do it. Don't worry about that 19th thing. We're not gonna start a new class right now. We are starting class all the time, but I'm not gonna do it. We're doing it different. So next week I got a special guest gonna come on. I met him at the networking event on the 15th. I went to a networking event. He's gonna come on and talk. So I'm gonna push that Raleigh off and do the rally analysis later on. Coach Joe gonna go ahead and do his spiel. Right. So pre-foreclosure is gonna be moved to the 19th. Raleigh is gonna be pushed over to another time, and then I'm gonna bring a guest speaker on. Dude is 23 years old. He got 7 cars in Turo. He doing the same business I'm doing with wholesaling and real estate investing, and he wants to come on, and we are partnering to see how we can help everybody so we get more people involved in helping people to be better, right? And you are a real estate investor, you are an investor, period. Whether it be your money, your time, your actions, it's all doing the same. We do have other groups. We do try and do financial security groups. We do have a BRRRR private group. That's the people that got to the point where they use their money from OPM, other people money for buying and wholesaling properties. They save their money up and they buy a property. Now they got to fix it up. So we do have a private group just for those people, teach them how to fix the house up, what to do, when to do it, how to do it. That's another group of ours that's paid members as well. So we're trying our best to build you up and support you with whatever you need while you work your 9 to 5. While you work your 9 to 5. Nobody ever said quit, but I don't think that God put you on the earth just to work a 9 to 5. He put you on earth with a vision and a purpose. Deity put you here for a reason. Now, I don't know what it is he gave to you, but as you go 9 to 5, you need to be working on your purpose as well. And as you work on your purpose as well, you need to be making sure that you're taking care of those who love you. You take care of those in your family and taking care of your bloodline, right? So we need to work in a circle. Circle. If you've been to Walt Disney World, it says the circle. It's a circle, right? And you need to be that part of that circle of giving the positive difference to everybody you know and making a difference. So guys, that's all I had tonight. I think it was a powerful night. I hope it was for you. I hope this was right on time for the second quarter. So second, third, fourth quarters up. Let's make it happen, guys. We got a deadline of July the 1st, 2023 is our next benchmark. How many houses have you sold? How many contracts have you sold in wholesaling? If you're a real estate agent, how many houses and properties you sold? And if you are anything else, what have you done from today, April 17th to July 1st, 2023? I want to know that. I will call y'all out. I'm going to put it on my calendar to ask on the call whenever that time come up. What have you done in July? Where are we at? Let's do that troubleshoot. Good night. Have a good one. I don't see any questions. It's at 9:51. I still took a whole hour. Thank y'all for y'all time. Thank you for your patience. And please, 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 I'll put on here one more time my schedule to get on my calendar. If you want a free 15 minutes for me to help you with your clarity, help you with a vision, help you with a plan and a path, 15 minutes, I donate that. I get that about it long just to go ahead and have a conversation with you to make sure you're clear on what you're trying to do so you can get where you're going. All right, take care. Good night. Be good. I'm going to go ahead and shave because I got to go to work in the morning. I got to go back to work. All right. Bye-bye. All right, how to stop this thing? We're about to add that. Boop, boop. You're welcome. Where are we at? Dang, he went to the other screen.